Feva Lean Metal Works Limited. Abakukolera enzigi ez'omulembe mu mbaawo, glaasi oba ebyuma, amadirisa ag'omulembe, zibalukoni ez'abalodi, enzigi za garaje ez'akabi, ebikomera eby'embaawo ne chain link, amakakwe egamba agamalako aga class. Tukuleetedde promotion kula amalungi gye tutuumye katono oba keke. Bw'okola order naffe tukusalirako ebitundu 10 ku buli 10%. Tukkiriza n'ekibanja mpola ate mu katono promotion osobola n'okusasulangako buli mwezi emirimu gyo gireme kuyimirira. Ffe tujja kukubeererawo ofune ekituufu. Jangu tukugonzeze mu kirooto ky'ekyokuzimba nga promotion ekyaliko. Tukubireko oba whatsapp ku 0784 59 21 oba kuba direct ku workshop yaffe ku 0752 933 194. Lean Metalworks Limited, crafting your curiosity.
Yes, Jovia.
27.
Yes, Nyabo.
Moses.
There are three kinds of people. There is a Moses who I think I am, a Moses who I am, and a Moses that people around me experience. How do these three Moseses differ?
If we dive into this one.
It's identity. Because when we know these things, then we shall have answers to, yeah.
Okay, let me try to remember as much as I can, and we are here to learn from each other. But yes, but the concept is true. The definition is personal. It gives us the different dimensions of our identity and our perceptions. Who you are is your core identity. Who I am is my core identity. As a person, I am believing this is my authentic self. There are things I know about me, and I know people do not know about me. Exactly. And yes, I might be. This is an example. I might be this. I might have made acquaintances with you people here in these countries, but there are things you don't know about me back home, from my family. Things that could be very shameful to me, but I know they are very well kept away from me. But if someone approached you, Moses, you would say you know me so well because you have been assimilated with me for a very long time. So this is the core I'm talking about, and these things talk about my core values and principles. They could talk about what I believe in as a person. I might portray that I'm a Christian, but that is something I know. I can differentiate myself. These are just examples, viewers. They are not personal opinions. My personal traits. Am I an introvert or an extrovert? That's an example. If you met me, I've always joked about this, and I say that if you met me at work, you might mistake me for an introvert, because when I am at work, it's a different environment, and in that environment, I have accepted that it puts me in a place where I am in a more learning than I am. It is more beneficial to me to learn than to express myself. So I am not out there giving views, I am receiving them. And I might come off as an introvert, but that is not who I am. I might be identifying as an extrovert. My life experiences that have shaped me. We have learned that as we have grown up, our education backgrounds are different. Like Habi grew up as a prince, and then you come here and tell him that he's just a common immigrant. And I was like, who are you to define me like that? His whole identity is he's a prince, He's the son of a king. So, they are different for all of us. And then our innate qualities and passions, there are things that I am passionate about that you might not know about. I may be passionate about arts and crafts, but I'm in an environment that does not let me express myself. I'm not going to take my sewing techniques to job. They might never know about me like that, but that is who I am. And I know how I've experienced myself like that. Now, who I think I am, this is my image. This is what I think I put out there. How is the rest of the world experiencing me? From my eyes, not from the world's eyes. When I look at myself and I see the world, I'm evaluating my strengths and weaknesses. Like when you asked me about a job interview, I evaluate myself and I say, when I'm presenting myself as a professional to the world, I am a med tech engineer. They see me like that. If I'm not, my boss might have a different view. But in my opinion, I am that. When I come out here and I say I am a Christian, you might have a different view, but when I look at myself and I see the view I'm putting out there, this is who I think I am. This is what I want. I want to be. I want, like I said, I want my aspirations and goals are part of this image that I want to develop in the programs that are helping us help the younger generations learn about our culture while we are abroad. This is the picture I am putting out. If it's the same picture that is being seen, that's a completely different story, but that is what I am putting out. Then how others are experiencing me. This is where now I think the biggest picture of what we be that our, I will say my people, I always say my people, you know, immigrants, Africans, Ugandans, you are my people. This is where we have our biggest opinion, and this is where we get it wrong, that we think this is the only image. And when they ask me about Moses, like, you know, that is my only definition I have about you, regardless of who you presented yourself as, regardless of who you are as a person. I am only bringing out my perception of you as a person. Or, you know, because of I've only got one part of his life, his social roles in society, and I'm only using that to define him. And unfortunately, we cannot control this. We can only work so much to affect it, but we can't control it. And then there are also cultural biases. I'm going to come here and present all the values in my discussions in English, and then they'll say, we're associating and Uganda. No, you know. You know, that bias, that society is going to impose a bias onto you, and you cannot, unfortunately, you can't help it. You cannot influence it so much. For us to have these three together is the subjects I'm battling with. So when you find the solution, please run it by me.